master of the figure four, if you will. Oh yeah, we've got a great show for you this week, so come on. Sit on down and watch Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of Legends 2. What the beautiful flamboyant robe and the long, blonde, flamboyant hair. It's Greg the Hammer Valentine, one of the most successful professional wrestlers in all of pro wrestling, and feared by most of all the boys in the back, the master of the figure four, and many of you fans, if you go way back, may remember Johnny Valentine, the father of Greg the Hammer. Second generation wrestler. Oh yeah, they make them, they break them right here in all the pro wrestling. As you see the fans here at North Attleboro going wild here at the Night of Legends. As well as many more wrestling to come right here tonight. We got a big one coming up at the end of the show. That's right, we got the Warlord. He's a legend. And Greg the Hammer Valentine, his opponent this week, Sweet Scott Ashworth. The man of the hour, the man with the power, the man too sweet to be sour. Oh yeah, the man with the reflection of perfection. Coming on in your direction, that's right. It's Sweet Scott Ashworth, that's right. Been in the independents for many years. As you can see, his manager now. Right in the head. Oh, I don't know, there's a big elbow now by Greg the Hammer Valentine now. As he comes down with those big, heavy elbows on the head of Sweet Scott Ashworth. As he sends him railing down to the mat now. Two of the great moves of Greg the Hammer Valentine is his devastating elbow, as well as you well know, that fed figure four leg lock. And Sweet Scott makes his way to the ropes now. And it's Sweet Scott now turning around, putting the boots to Greg the Hammer Valentine. And a snap man now, as you see, Sweet Scott Ashworth with the reverse headlock on the hammer. All you people watching the best of Empire Pro Wrestling, you can watch it each and every week. 10 p.m. to 11 every Friday night. There's another big heavy elbow by the hammer, followed by a lateral press. As you notice, these veterans, they always hook the leg. It's one of those rookie moves, as you see him going to a drop toe hold now, spinning over to a leg scissor now, as you see the veteran type moves of Greg the Hammer Valentine. As you notice, there's only real wrestlers here on the best of Empire Pro Wrestling. Oh yeah, none of these backyard gobblers. Oh, we're going in the bad boy mode, the cops mode. You watch that show, the cops, they go into this mode. And EPW goes into this mode. The EPW cam with some of the great tight footage. Right here, as you can see the lettering on the back of the hammer. Greg the Hammer Valentine with the leg scissor now on. Sweet Scott Ashworth is going up now. Working on that leg now. It's the Greg the Hammer Valentine. The veteran as he's cinching up now. Working on that leg. Setting him up for that figure four, I bet. And the manager on the ropes now. This red-headed, little skinny groveler, if you will, on the ropes. He better get off those ropes. He's going to get caught by the hammer with one of those heavy elbows. And the hammer, as we all well know, likes to work on the legs now, as you see the sweet one hopping around like the bunny rabbit. And he comes up with a double axe handle now on the back of the head of Greg the Hammer Valentine, trying to shake off that leg, if you will, and get him in the corner now, a couple of heavy blows, and another one on the top of the head of the hammer. And our referee, and that manager too, a little skinny groveler, choking down on the hammer now, and the hammer's not going to take much of this. Oh, Sweet Scott now, kick to the kidneys now. And another kick to the kidney now as our referee. Oh, we don't discriminate here in Empire Pro Wrestling. We got a woman referee, can you believe it? Oh, big flying elbow now. Sends the hammer railing into the mat now. As the sweet one thinks he has things under control here. Don't waste your time, there's that inexperience. And there's a sloppy cover. That should have been a lateral press for hooking the leg. As Sweet Scott now trying to put the crucifix, if you will, on the hammer, Greg the Hammer Valentine. Very extensive background in the WWF, and better known now as the WWE, hold every title, whether it be tag team, whether it be Intercontinental as well, and you know, starting his career down south, he was also a great competitor down in the NWA. Down on the south side, the Jim Crockett promotion, if you will. Big elbow down in the midsection of Sweet Scott Ashworth. And as the Hammer now starts the heavy blows to the top of the heads, as you notice, Greg the Hammer very rarely using those elbow pads. Where's he setting him up now? Oh, it looks like oh, he put him down across the stomach now with that knee now. Very devastating move as the Hammer comes up with that experience. Around the world, Greg the Hammer Valentine has traveled very extensive background. Whether it be here, there, everywhere, Greg the Hammer with another big heavy elbow. He's been everywhere. And just a 2 count now by this referee. Greg the Hammer Valentine likes to work on the lower part of the body. Oh, he drops the knee down on the side of the rib cage of Sweet Scott Ashworth. Starting to wear him down now. It's the Hammer. Oh, rake across the eyes now by the sweet one, if you will. Oh, he backs him up to the corner now. It's Greg the Hammer with a big heavy forearm now. Oh, a second one now. You can see the saliva flying here. And the Night of Legends. Oh, another crack. And it's Greg the Hammer Valentine now. Irish whip off the ropes now. Oh, Sweet Scott comes up with a big knee of his own. And the Hammer got caught with his head down. Don't telegraph those moves. And also, don't use any of these moves on your brother or your sister. Keep all these moves to the professionals. It's Greg the Hammer Valentine now. Run it. Oh, nobody home on that big elbow. If you hit that one, forget about it. Believe that, into the corner now. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Oh, nobody home. Big knee into that turnbuckle. That could be the knee that Valentine's been working on the whole match. Oh, a heavy elbow. He's winding it up. Oh, no. Oh, no one drops him like that. No one drops him like the Hammer. The Hammer looking at, he's going to take him to school right now. Oh, he's setting him up for the big one. The coup de grace. He's got him going now. There's no way out. He's locking it in heavy. It's the Hammer and the figure 4. Call a cab. Call a cab. It's all over, Sweet Scott Ashworth. We're back into the bad boy mode. Bad boy mode right here. The cop show as seen on TV. EPW, the EPW cam has the mode for you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the EPW cam gets a hold of you right here on Legends 2? Another victory for the great the Hammer Valentine. Oh yeah, watch it every week right here, 10 to 11 on KBLE TV. The best of Empire Pro Wrestling.
You got Brian Knob to the Nasty Boys. Watch Rocky Raymond in this corner, baby, if you're nasty enough.
Back here at Empire Pro Wrestling coming at you. I'm so excited. I'm at World Gym, the most extreme gym in all of New England. Whether it be in Tewksbury, Revere, it don't matter. Empire Pro Wrestling, you're only able to see us on cable. I got the New England title, the undisputed title. This ain't no replica belt. Jasmine's gonna tell you the time slots. Tell him, Jasmine.
In Revere on Friday nights from 10 to 11 p.m. on KBLE TV, and in Saugus Community TV, Friday nights 9 to 10 p.m.
Be there!
King of the Cage matchup. As you can see, Sweet Scott Ashworth, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man too sweet to be sour.
I'm too pretty to be in here. I might mess up my face.
Inside the 15-foot high steel cage. There's only one way out, over the top, through the door. And he's coming down right now on his bicycle, the world famous wrestling clown on a mountain bike. And then he goes around the ring on a bicycle. The world famous wrestling clown. And our referee for this match, the man at the door, our referee Paul King. And the world famous clown, loved by all, from the big top. Oh, there's the man. What do you think of this clown now? And we're back here with the King of the Cage match with the world famous wrestling clown from the big top against Sweet Scott Ashworth. The man of the hour, the man with the power, the man too sweet to be sour. That's right, it's Sweet Scott Ashworth with our referee outside the ring, Paul King, as the world famous clown gets attacked before this brutal steel cage because it's the night of King of the Cage 1 coming at ya. Oh yeah, KBLE TV brings all you the greatest, Comcast brings you the greatest, EPW's the greatest. It's just the greatest of all right here, the best of the best of Empire Pro Wrestling coming at you each and every week with your great commentator, Rocky Raymond. BBB, big, bold, and beautiful, if you will. Oh, no, don't do this one. Oh, right down between the old, well, we ain't gonna go there now, are we? As Sweet Scott Ashworth, I tell you, these wrestlers are really pulling out all the stops tonight. Inside that cage with no referee. Oh, a rabbit punch to the side of the head as the clown got caught clowning around. And with a blatant chokehold now, it's Sweet Scott Ashworth. Oh, you're not going to get the admiration of this crowd. Oh, no, no, no. They're all behind the world-famous wrestling clown from the big top. They don't want to see a pink and black attack. They want to see the clown go wild. Irish whip off the rope into a reversal. Oh, into that steel cage now. It looks like Sweet Scott caught on Queer Street. Oh, he made Dizzy Dan look, oh, he don't know where he is. That steel mesh, oh, it'll mess you right up. Setting him up again now. Oh, Nelly. Oh, look at the devastation of that move. And the clown is directing traffic now. He's going from left to right, right to left. He's gonna get all four sides of the steel cage, and he's rolling him into it. Oh, into that unbelievable steel cage. Oh my good God, that's gotta be smart. That's the meaning of the mind when your head hits that steel post. That's the steel cage. Oh, right into it again now. Oh, they both hit it. Unbelievable now. As they both hit on impact. As you can see, the world famous clown as well as Sweet Scott now. Putting the boots to the midsection now as he's going in for a chokehold, I believe. Oh, he's got that boa. He's choking him with it. It's a blatant chokehold in the corner now. Unbelievable action here on the best of EPW. As you can see that EPW cam just camming around the ring, getting all the nice tight shots, as well as the far ones. As you can see, Sweet Scott Ashworth climbing up from the top of this 15-foot high steel cage. You gotta get your balance up there, son. As you can see the clown clowning around behind him, sneaking up on you like a bad habit. Oh, he's crawling right up behind you like a whirling snake. Oh, he got him by the head of the hair. Watch out for the boys behind you. Oh, he cracked him in the back of the eardrum. And the clown got a big right hand of his own. Oh, he cracked him upside that eardrum again now as Sweet Scott Ashworth caught sitting on the job. Oh, looks like he's gonna, oh, don't shake that rope too much now. Oh, unbelievable as he's got him up across the increase there. The inseam, oh my God, that's gonna be devastating on the family jewels. As the world famous wrestling clown from the big top, pulling out all the little dirty tricks of his own now. as he's setting him up now for a big right hand across the chopper. Caught him across the chops with that one. And he's putting a couple of big boots to the chest now as Sweet Scott Ashworth now. Oh, a third kick to the chest now as Sweet Scott now. They're both a little out of breath at this point. They've gone about 15 minutes into the steel cage match. Who's going to be the king of this cage? Who's going to walk away with the crown? Who's going to walk away with the frown? That's right here on King of the Cage 1 here at EPW. And the clown now walking around. And it looks like Sweet Scott now. Oh, they're trying for the door now. They're going for, they're trying for the door, but again. Oh, a big forearm smash into the back of the neck of the world famous wrestling clown into the forehead now. As Sweet Scott starting to turn it on hot and heavy. Oh, he rams him into that cage. A devastating move now. See, now there's that inexperience. You want to get the admiration of the clown and the crowd. You could be halfway up the fence and out the door, but no, you want to clown around with the clown. You're going to see what happens when you clown around with the clown. As he puts a big boot down across the throat and the esophagus now, and he's signaling for the door. As the clown, well, you're taking your time. And the clown is sneaking up on him now. He's got him by that leg. Oh, the clown got him by the leg now as he was almost outside the door. And you can see the referee outside there, Paul King, ready to shut that door, ring the bell. As Sweet Scott Ashworth is halfway out the door. As you can see, a great crowd here at King of the Cage 1. Because Empire Pro Wrestling is always imitated, but never duplicated, because I'm the voice of it all, Rocky Raymond. I've done it all, seen it all. And of course, I can work a stick and I can really give it a lick because I'm the king of the mic. That's right here at KBLE TV. Here in Revere, you might be watching us in Saugus on Community TV. I want to say hello to all my friends out there, all my great sponsors. Whether it be It's All About Hair, whether it be all my great friends down at the liquor store, or it may be all my friends at the balloon shop. It may be somewhere on the corner in Saugus, Cliffingdale Square. It might be the man that's seeing green men. It may be anybody in Saugus. But let me tell you, I want to thank you all for watching EPW each and every week on all your local cables, because you're only able to see us on cable. As you saw the clown ram Sweet Scott into that steel cage as he catapulted him into that cage. And now he's putting a foot across the back of his head. And they're both starting to wear and tear like a wet piece of paper on a rainy day. They need to recharge their batteries, these two. Oh, into that cage again, the whole cage shook. Sweet Scott barely holding on to the ropes. He can barely stand up now. Oh, a big chop now as the world-famous wrestling clown. There's that door. The referee wants to know who's coming for the door. Will it be the clown? Or will it be Sweet Scott Ashworth? Unbelievable action here. This is the King of the Cage 1 coming at you. Reversal. Off the rope. Big elbow now. And the clown got sent railing now by Sweet Scott. A nice textbook elbow off the ropes now. As they're both really starting to wear and tear. This match is going about 20 minutes now, and they're getting the clown up. They're getting up for the clown now as Sweet Scott trying for the top of the rope now, trying to get over that 15-foot high cage. And it looks like the clown's going for the door. He's looking for somebody. I don't know if he's looking for butterflies or he's looking for a Sweet Scott. But it looks like he's going to tie his ankle. He's got that boa. Oh, no, Sweet Scott's on the top of that cage, and I can tell you, that's a steel pipe up there that you're sitting on. Oh, he kicked him across the head now. Oh, right at the eyes now. And the clown barely hanging on now. And he's trying to keep this match in control. And it looks like he's going up to the top himself now. This is not the big top. This is the top of a steel cage. And they're going at it back and forth with the right hand across the forehead. A third right hand, a fourth one into the forehead now. And Sweet Scott now. Oh, a devastating right, and they both go flying. These matches are unbelievably devastating. These steel cage matches are unbelievable matches. You can get thrown into that steel mesh. And let me tell you, it can make your face a mess. As you saw earlier in that match with Frazier and Fuller, they were both busted wide open. And the Clown now rubbing that bower into the eyes now, trying to blind him. And he wants to go for the door now. He's signaling for the door. And Sweet Scott is on his trail. And the referee opening the door now, Paul King, and Sweet Scott now. Oh, he grabbed him by the foot. Oh, he rammed him down into that turnbuckle. And they're holding on for all. Look at Sweet Scott, he's holding on for all he can hold on to. There's our ESPN. No, that's the high school camera, I'm sorry. We got ESPN here, we got the high school camera here, we got the EPW cam, we got more cameras here than Kodak. And the world famous Clown now looks like he's gonna go off those ropes one more time. Oh, a big double axe handle. And I gotta tell you, this match is going on. And he's signaling it's over now. He's putting that boa back on. And the world famous wrestling Clown, oh, he's up, he's halfway up. Looks like he's going up to the top. It's Sweet Scott Ashworth with the Macho Man elbow. Nobody home though. He missed him completely. The Clown's trying to get his composure now. He's trying to get his composure, wrestling fans. He's going for the top of the cage. Could this be it? Oh, he's looking down. It's kind of high. It's 15 feet. Oh, he catapults himself up. He's halfway out. He's over. Oh, he touches the floor. The Clown, the world famous Clown, has won the king of the cage. The world famous wrestling Clown with his world famous wrestling bicycle.
World Gym is someone with the living legend, Bruno Sammartino. It's me, it's BBB, the only man that can bring the oldest, the best, the foundation of professional wrestling to Boston. Here he is, the living legend, Bruno. Tell him a couple of words in Italian, Bruno.
Ora, a tutti voi cari paesani di qui di Boston, sono tanto contento di trovarmi qui in Boston, vi saluto a tutti e vi ringrazio sempre per tutti gli anni fa che mi avete dato tanto il coraggio e il supporto qui a Boston.
And remember to watch Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of the best. The living legend's gonna be there, the interview's coming. Watch it from 10 to 11 on the Grade 8 with who? The living legend.
Well, thank you, Rocky. Looking forward to it.
The best there is. Bruno Sammartino, be there.
Prettiest man in wrestling today.
Sweet Scott Ashworth, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man too sweet to be sour, with his manager Christopher Graham. He's too sweet. The man is too pretty to miss his hair up there. And his opponent, Hercules Hernandez Jr. This match is for the #1 contender championship match. The winner of this match will be the #1 contender. The King Kong Bundy's champion. As you saw in that last match. Kindness, if you will. King Kong Bundy right behind the ring. As well as crushing that mighty midget, the Irish leprechaun. The word from the back that the mighty midget has been rushed off to the Conway Hospital. The emergency ward, if you will, having a hard time breathing. Well, you can understand it with the 550-pound knee coming down the chest of him. Okay, let's get back to the action in the ring now as our referee, Paul King, checking out the two combatants.
Bring that bell.
And there's the bell. Empire Pro Wrestling. This match is the wind-up. Hope you enjoyed the Night of Champions here in Conway, New Hampshire. It's the Night of Champions. That's right, all the great matches. You saw Super Bad Steve Bradley. He defended that championship against Brickhouse Baker. And then the #1 contender, light heavyweight contender. That's right. El Mascarado was victorious. And then we went on to that big man versus the little man. The midget against Aaron Morrison. And Aaron Morrison was on the wrong side of that flying body press. As well as the world famous wrestling clown was victorious. As well as King Kong Bundy. With the 747 splash right after that avalanche. And then we got the big one right here. Sweet Scott Ashworth against Hercules Hernandez Jr. As you can see that double bicep now as the crowd starts to give its applause. That well-trained physique. And body of Hercules Hernandez Jr. Very tough opponent here. Sweet Scott, double leg trip up. Walking down the back of Hercules Hernandez Jr. I think he's playing with the mind now. He's playing a little mind game now as Sweet Scott Ashworth. Don't like to get his hair messed up. Oh yeah, it's Sweet Scott now as Hercules drops down with the goal we had. And they're filling each other up now as they switch it up. Hercules sits out. Oh, what do we got? That little Rokishi. A little Rokishi for Hercules, if you will. There's that flamboyant. The flamboyant actions of Sweet Scott Ashworth. A veteran here in Empire Pro Wrestling. Been up and down the East Coast, wrestling all the big names. Frank the Hammer Valentine, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, as well as many more. Been around this illustrious business for some time now. Working his way up and down the East Coast, all the independent cards. You're liable to see Sweet Scott Ashworth, that's right. The flamboyant one. Off the ropes now as Hercules Hernandez drops the shoulder down now. Leveling Sweet Scott. With a trip up. And Hercules has a go on the back of his piece there a little bit. And he got him in the corner now, a big flying bail. As Hercules Hernandez scoops him up for a big flying body slam. Oh, down across the back now. And he's going in again for his own version of the Rokishi. The world famous move now by the big man in the WWE. As you see a lot of these wrestlers are picking up, trying to take the moves of all these superstars. As you know, there's only two big wrestling organizations that are on TV these days. The WWE, formerly the WWF, as well as the NWA, TNA, totally non-stop action with all the great names down there. They got their hands on some great ones down there in NWA. Kurt Hennig, Scott Hall. That's right, they got a lot of great names down there, as well as Shamrock made an appearance, as well as Sabu. They got the Truth down there, as well as the Road Dogg, better known as the Road Dogg, now known as BB James, or whatever you will, when you've changed up his name. And then the Irish whip out of the corner into another hip toss again now as Sweet Scott. Oh, walks into that big clothesline now as Hercules Hernandez. Oh, tries for a drop kick now. That was more like a belly kick. Caught him up there with that. Oh, he's trying to set him up now for that big suplex. Oh, got him outside that ring, right over that top rope, and there's that Coyote. Christopher Grant tripping up Hercules as Scott comes off the top rope with that big elbow now as Hercules Hernandez now sent railing. And our referee, Paul King, with a few words of wisdom for the Coyote. Now as Sweet Scott Ashworth now finds his man on the mat, a couple of boots to the lower kidney area. I'm in a side headlock now. Oh, there you saw that thumb right into the eye now as he falsified that hair pull. Had the referee Paul King get relocated, and he stuck that thumb right into the eye now as the experienced man, Sweet Scott Ashworth, he wants to be the #1 contender for Bundy's championship. And they're down on those ropes now, those steel cables down. Looks like a blatant chokehold as the referee Paul King breaks it up. And the Coyote steps in. There's that dirty trickster, that Christopher Grand. You can't turn your back on him. Can't trust him with your keys, let alone cheese. He's very tricky, that Coyote. Unbelievable wrestling fans. These matches coming to you from North Conway, the Night of Champions. We're wrapping it up right here with the #1 contender match. The winner of this match will be the #1 contender for the oldest faction independent championship, the EPW championship. And I'm Rocky Raymond, often imitated but never duplicated, where anything is liable to happen here on Empire Pro Wrestling. It already did. As you can see in that last match, the Kalish in the ring, King Kong Bundy wiping the ring out, as well as crushing that midget. We got a reversal here now as a big flying clothesline into the chest now of Hercules Hernandez. And Sweet Scott Ashworth, oh, he's got more moves than a bowl of jello, this man. He's the veteran of the two, more ring experience, as you could see earlier in the match. Moving that referee around. Oh, another big elbow now across the forehead of Hercules Hernandez Jr. He's setting him up now for a big suplex. It looks like he's going to take him home. Oh, looks like Hercules now. He's trying to reverse it. Oh, Hercules blocks it. And a second block. And there he goes over the back now as Sweet Scott Ashworth. You think you got him in trouble. Oh, he got him with a Stone Cold. Just when you think you got him in trouble, he comes up with the Stone Cold Stunner. That's Sweet Scott Ashworth. Oh, boy. Coming up. Oh, come on. You got to hook the leg now. There's that arrogance. That's what gets in the way of a lot of these wrestlers. The inexperience and arrogance. You got to hook the leg. As Hercules Hernandez kicks out. And referee Paul King right on the action off the rope now. Sweet Scott Ashworth drop down. Oh, a collision here. Looks like, oh, there he is again. Unbelievable. That was another. Sweet Scott down on the mat now. As the Coyote jumped up, hit Hercules in the head with a forearm, causing him to fall down on his own man. And they're going back and forth now here, back, tooth and nail, back and forth. Setting him up for a pump slam, it looks like. Trying to get that pump handle low. Low blow by Sweet Scott. There's that ring savvy by Sweet Scott. Now he's telling the referee, I don't know what he's telling him. And the Coyote up on that ring apron again. He's reaching down. Oh! What kind of foreign substance has he thrown? Off the ropes. Knocking the man off the apron. Flying body press. Paul King's right there.
Right here in this corner with Rocky Raymond, and we got a special guest. All you people in Boston, you can never forget this name. Often imitated but never duplicated, not in this lifetime. This man went all over the world, Australia, all over every place, Japan, wrestled all the big names, whether it be the Giant Baba, Ivan Koloff, Lou Albano, the legend, the king of endurance, Killer Kowalski, the man that had the iron claw. I wrestled him once too, you know, when I was 21. And he blew me up. But right now, let's go to this man. The living legend, Bruno Sammartino, right here on In This Corner. Great to see you, Bruno.
Thank you, Rocky. Good to be here.
Well, it's great, come out of my character a little bit here and give you a great interview, but you know in professional wrestling today, if you don't have a character, you're not much of anything. But back in your day, it was boots and tights, and I want you to tell a little bit about the old days of wrestling, what it meant to go into the ring with a pair of trunks, a pair of boots, and what I call Bruno Sammartino charisma.
Well, in those days, we had such great talent. You mentioned the Kowalskis, the Koloff, Tanaka, Bill Miller, Donnie or Jonathan. I could go on and on and on. And these guys, in my opinion, they were all great athletes. They were always in great shape. No drugs. They were strictly legitimate endurance and bodies from hard training and so forth. And when we went in the ring, I think that we gave the people some wrestling, we gave them some roughhousing, but overall, we showed them our great conditioning, we showed them our wrestling skills, and we showed them our strength, we showed them a lot of stuff, and it was all, in my opinion, all legit in the sense of that there was no chemicals, so there was no exaggerations like followed years later. And so I miss those days, and unfortunately, I have to be honest, I'm not crazy about the turn that wrestling took.
Now, basically, back to professional wrestling as you knew it back in the day, you traveled all over the world, and a lot of times, you were never on TV. I remember as a kid, they never showed Bruno Sammartino on a TV Saturday afternoon, very rarely. Mm-hmm. But now they got these wrestling. I know you don't watch professional wrestling. You're better off watching Scooby-Doo or some kind of cartoon, but the intensity of building up a wrestler being back in the day where there was only like 14, 15 guys underneath you. There wasn't 30, 40, 50 guys like there are now.
No. In those days, I would appear on television a lot, but strictly to do interviews, to talk about my opponent, to talk about if it was going to be in a Boston Garden, or let's say like it was against Kowalski. I would be talking about my upcoming match with Kowalski, what I expected as far as my opponent and his abilities and what have you. So there were interviews strictly to talk about the upcoming match, but the thing was, it was in a Boston Garden or Madison Square, whatever, where people came to see the matches. And like you said, we had maybe 5 other matches underneath it, sometimes maybe 6, but that was it. And so it's completely changed because now they give it everything on television, and perhaps that's why maybe the arenas around the country are not doing so well at all.
Well, it's like putting the people in the seats. You have to build up a name, but now there's so many names that they're projecting from one crowd to another. But we want to talk a little about this thing that we're going to try to be doing with this Mac Classic stuff, with these great matches that were filmed all over the country, whether it be Madison Square Garden. I know Pittsburgh was a great town for your hometown, as well as Boston. I mean, can you name 3 of the top towns that were your favorite towns that you'd wrestled for when you were in the old WWF with Willie Gilzenberg and Cookie and all those guys?
Right, that's right. Oh, very simple. My 3 favorite towns in those days was Boston, New York, and Philadelphia. Of course, Pittsburgh, too, because it's my town. But away from home, these 3 were the great, because Boston Garden here, the people used to chant my name, and they would always have practically a full house. And the people just treated me so great. And I have to say the same thing with when I appeared in Madison Square Garden. A lot of the Italians, of course, they would chant my name and so forth. It was really a thrill. In Philadelphia, I was treated well, too. But every place I wrestled in the United States, I would have to call these 3 as, for me, my favorite 3 towns.
And the credibility of a professional wrestler showing up, whether they're injured, a back injury, a knee injury, a neck injury, a twisted anything. And at that particular time, there wasn't fill-ins that they could pull in off the bench. It's more like a baseball game now. You can pull someone right off the bench. But these guys had to perform each and every night, whether they were injured or not. The guys like the Sheik, the original Sheik from Detroit, you wrestled them very, very brutal matches. Mm-hmm. Kowalski, the King of Endurance, he was one of your more brutal matches. You compare these matches to these people, these young kids that talk about ECW, Extreme Wrestling. Extreme Wrestling was always in professional wrestling, because that's what it said on the marquee. Professional wrestling, it was always extreme, not just because some guy made up some music and put a couple of guys in the ring and made it blood, sweat, and tears. It was always extreme, Bruno. It was always extreme.
Well, it was extreme, yes, but it was in the ring, basically. Sure, we went outside the ring sometimes. Sure, you saw a chair fight, but you didn't see this nonsense with the garbage cans, step ladders, drums, I mean, all this kind of stuff. That I don't understand where it came from. But in those days, if you looked at my era of wrestling with the Kowalski, the Koloff, you see all these guys with the busted nose, the cauliflower ears, because that came from hard blows within the ring with one another, using the wrestling maneuvers and very stiff elbows and fists sometimes and feet sometimes. But there were no garbage cans, there were no step ladders around to do the stuff that they called extreme wrestling. I didn't even understand what that had to do with professional wrestling. So in those days, I think there were a lot of tough guys, and they went in the ring, and we all got marked up, we all got our injuries. And yes, I remember having busted fingers, a cracked rib, busted my nose 11 times, but you still had to go, because if you were the headliner, they advertised you, that's what people expected to see, and by gosh, no matter what the pain, you had to go in there and you just do the best you could.
And I'm sure there was plenty of nights that you could have just sat out and said, listen, I can't do it. But you never canceled a show that I remember, and I was a fan going back to the 70s, and you always showed up. There's only one time you were pinned. You were pinned by the fog. You were pinned by the fog in Boston one time. The plane couldn't land.
The plane couldn't land, but the other time what I did miss too was when I broke my neck in 1976, where I was in a hospital for over a month. Then, of course, you miss. But as far as other injuries like a fracture or torn muscle, pulled ligaments, or busted nose, or stuff like that, nah, you didn't miss. You had to go on.
Well, there wasn't too many people that could get a professional wrestler in the middle of the ring in a hammerlock and get the crowd counting. There's no crowd reaction to where they were into the match, where the matches had psychology, they had meaning to the match. The return match meant something. They put matches on now, they're returning 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 times. They're wrestling each other 20 times within 1 month, where you wrestled the same guy in the main event. You came around, you wrestled them, and then it became something. It meant something. It was a story.
Well, it's because of the way we did the match, and it's like you say, it was a story, because the first match led to a second, and then led to a third. Today, they go in there, they do all these flip-flops, somersaults, this and that, but there's not really a whole lot of meaning to any kind of a build-up for next month or whatever. So it's a completely different ball game.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to the younger people out there that are per se using the wrong kind of things to enhance their ability, their size, and their strength in the department of which you really wouldn't say you to do at this time?
You mean wrestlers? I would tell anybody who would want to be a wrestler, I would say that do it legitimately, train hard, get into a wrestling program, whether it be in high school or college or whatever, but train with the weights, do conditioning training as well, whether it be running or swimming or endurance work. But do it naturally, because ultimately you're an athlete, you want your health to be great, you want to be great at what you do, but at the same time maintain great health at the same time.
Bruno Sammartino, we want to talk a little bit more about the mat classes from Boston Garden, Madison Square Garden, the EPW camp goes from coast to coast and border to border, and we want to just show you something that maybe people haven't seen. This is an 8mm Super 8 camera right here, Bell and Howell, but it's now going to be named the Bruno Sammartino camera, because we took a lot of these matches that you're going to be seeing on the Grade 8 or wherever you see them around the world, because they're going to go coast to coast and border to border shortly. We're going to have Bruno sign this camera, and it's going to become the legendary Bruno Sammartino camera. Thank you again, Bruno, for coming down and being with us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay.
So we've taken up your time. I know you've got a big schedule coming up. You're going to be coming to the Boston area once again, because I know that you're out there now. And the best man in the Northeast from 1983 to 2004, I'm going to give you some more, because I got it all from short and tall. All these people often imitated but never duplicated. It's the man of the foundation of professional wrestling. None of these joke kids that all these wrestling schools are letting these kids get in the ring. They're taking their money, that's all they want, and that's what they have. Professional wrestling will never be the way it was with Bruno Sammartino.
Thank you, Rocky. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Superfied Jimmy Snuka, as well as many, many more. Sweet Scott Ashworth, a #1 contender. He's wrestled Greg the Hammer Valentine, and I was on attendance for that one myself. And he gave Greg Valentine a run for his money, and he's putting his ranks into the tag team right here at EPW, better known as True Extreme Hardcore Pro Wrestling, coming at you. And in the weeks to come, we got John Cronus. That's right, the king of the table and chair matches, coming to you from Revere Wonderland Entertainment Complex. That'll be coming to you in the weeks to come here on EPW. In the ring right now, we have the Power Company. Looks like they're trying to stall a little bit here. They might be a little leery of this tag team of Sweet Scott Ashworth and Brickhouse Baker, that candlestick maker. One of the most premier tag teams in the independent network. Power Company, been all over the world, Las Vegas, as well as WCW, former stars, of course.
as well as many, many points in between. You can see these guys just about anywhere on cable. That's right. Power Company. They own a gym right down there in Providence, and they got one of the greatest facilities in the area. As you can see, they work out every day at the gym, training 6-7 hours, as well as they got a big boot to the midsection now of Brickhouse Baker and a right forearm shiver to the side of the face of Brickhouse Baker. And it looks like that could be Dave, maybe it could be Dean, as these identical tag team twins. They know each other's moves, they know what's going on. As you can see, our referee, Tony DiMaggio, he's going to have his hands full with this one because these two guys, they're unbelievable, they're devastating. Also, in the weeks to come, you'll be seeing some great stars as John Cronus, that's right, former ECW star, as well as many, many more. We're looking to get Balls Mahoney in, as well as Cash Money, and a lot of the other great former ECW stars, because Too Extreme Hardcore Pro Wrestling is coming at you hard, as Brickhouse Baker comes up with a deep arm drag on the Power Company, as our referee Tony DiMaggio looks on. Brickhouse Baker with that arm bar, and an eye rake by the Power Company to a big deep slam. Oh, wrestling fans, this is going to be a great, great show. Like I said, in the weeks to come, you're going to see a lot of great stars coming in from all over the world trying to get into Too Extreme Hardcore Pro Wrestling. As he looks into the rope now, as is coming out with a drop toe hold. Sweet Scott comes down with a big devastating elbow on the back of the head now. And our referee, Tony DiMaggio, just a 2 count, fans. On this great evening here at Midsummer Nights in Wakefield, we want to thank all our people that are working here on Midsummer Nights for this great festivity. Miss Jill Tapper, that's right, she's the one that put it all together right here at EPW. As you can see, Sweet Scott Ashworth winding it up now on Power Company. And it looks to be another winding. Down with a big leg drop now across the arm. Sweet Scott Ashworth, a veteran here in the independent network, travel all around the independent areas. And Brickhouse Baker coming off that top rope and with a right hand to the forehead of Power Company. These guys have been in the gym. They're devastating. Look at the size of their arms and shoulders. Oh, as he walks into that big elbow now, as Brickhouse Baker puts the boot to the midsection now. Do-si-do into the ropes. Drop down. Oh, it looks like another one, another reversal. Put another boot to the midsection and fall up by a big neck breaker by Brickhouse Baker. Another great name in the independent networks. Has been wrestling for, I would say, somewhere around 7 or 8 years now that I know of. Looks to be in great shape. Always willing to come down and wrestle for EPW. As you see Sweet Scott on that second rope now, looking for the crowd. Oh, down with a big elbow now on the shoulder of Power Company, and he winds it up. It looks like they're working on one part of that body. And a big right hand to that forehead, and they're playing catch with the head of the Power Company. Oh, a big clothesline. Unbelievable, fans. These matches are sanctioned and supervised by Too Extreme Hardcore Pro Wrestling, formerly Empire Pro Wrestling, now turning into the extreme world of pro wrestling, into a big power slam as Scott Ashworth slams him down into the mat, and you can see the other half of that Power Company always knowing what the other man is thinking. And it looks like, yes, another right hand sends him railing, and a boot to the midsection of Scott. Oh, this could be a devastating move here, reversal. Nobody home and drop down. Oh, he elbowed his brother right off the ring apron, wrestling fans. And Sweet Scott clotheslined him over that top rope. The Power Company, these men have been all over the independent world, as well as former WCW tag team wrestlers. Getting back into the ring now, as you can see. Oh, watch out! Oh, it looks like they got caught by the two tricksters. Hey, Sweet Scott Ashworth and Brickhouse Baker catching them down below. Oh, the family jewels are hurting right about now, fans. In the weeks to come, you're going to be seeing such great stars from the former ECW Eliminator. John Cronus will be coming up to the New England area, and he'll be wrestling all the great EPW challenges, and I believe he's going to be wrestling that Astro Man and El Mascarado in a three-way dance. So watch for that one, because that's coming up in the weeks to come here at EPW. Anything is liable to happen, and usually does right here. As you can see right now in the ring, Brickhouse Baker, the Candlestick Maker, and the referee, Tony DiMaggio. Oh, looks like he's going down under his trunks. What does he have? Oh, a foreign object sending Brickhouse Baker down to the mat. As you can see, that was definitely, it looked like some kind of a brass knuckles tape around the fist. Power Company, as his brother distracted the referee, sending Brickhouse Baker down to that mat. Big boot now to the head of Brickhouse Baker. And Sweet Scott Ashworth, he's not having no help there, because he's just distracting the referee. As you can see in the corner, he might have that tag rope around the throat of Brickhouse Baker. They're choking him with some kind of tape off the wrist. Unbelievable, wrestling fans. This tag team of Power Company knows exactly what the other man is thinking, as he's got that boot down across the throat of Brickhouse Baker. This tag team is unbelievable. That's why they've held this title for 2 long years here in EPW. Double shot to the midsection and a double axe handle to follow, and a double boot. These guys are devastating here, fans. Oh, and a little brotherly love to top it all off. In the weeks to come, you're going to see such great stars. That's right. All the former ECW stars are going to be coming into EPW. We're looking to see Cash Money. We're looking for Chris Candido wherever he might be. We're looking for Balls Mahoney. We're looking for the Pitbulls. Anyone from the former ECW network that would like to come into Extreme Pro Wrestling, come on down. We're going to be running once a month at the Wonderland Entertainment Complex right there, Revere Beach. So come on down, get your grandmother out of the kitchen, get your sister off the phone. Come on down and see some great extreme, hardcore pro wrestling. Another tag by Power Company. That looks like they're setting up a big move here, as one of them hang him out to clothesline, hanging him out to dry. We get him up high as the second one draped up that second rope. Looks like he's going to come down with a double axe handle into the spine. Oh, right down on the lower lumbar of Brickhouse Baker. And some more brotherly love. Wow, look at the pain on the face of Brickhouse Baker as the 240-pound Power Company. They're reaching down on that tights now again. He's got that brass knuckles. Oh, he hit him hard across the right side of the head. Unbelievable, wrestling fans, as you can see him. They're stuffing it down into the tights now. As our referee, Tony DiMaggio, I don't know if you caught a glimpse of that or not, but he's going down for a cover. Sweet Scott breaks up the count. And Power Company got that referee railing. They don't know whether he's coming or going. Setting him up again now on that full Nelson. Reaching down into the tights now. Oh, this could be devastating. He's going down into that tights again with that bar. Oh, he caught his own teammate. Unbelievable. He caught him with those brass knucks. Unbelievable. And Scott Ashworth now with a right hand to the head. Double whip and a double clothesline as they send one half of the Power Company down. And a couple more right hands as he shoots him in again. Oh! A spinning heel kick, or what we may know as a leg lariat. It's Sweet Scott Ashworth now with the Power Company. Looks like they're going to have a meeting of the minds. Oh, sends him reeling. And Sweet Scott got him in the corner with a couple of forearm smashes. Irish whip. He pulls the referee in the middle. One goes down. Oh, he hit him with a fluff. Another. Unbelievable. The referee pulled into the middle of that one. Oh, the stunner. He caught him with the Stone Cold Stunner right there, wrestling fans. Sweet Scott Ashworth, no referee. Could have new champions right now. As Brickhouse Baker, the Candlestick Maker, they're trying to wake up this referee who was pulled into the collision And it looks like Power Company got something up their sleeves again. They're reaching down. Oh, a double shot now. A right hand sends both men reeling. And that referee looks to be on Queer Street. They're lifting him up like a piece of cheese. Shaking him up here. That referee, Tony DiMaggio, looks to be a little willy. Looks like Power Company now, they're trying to set him up for something now. Looks like they're gonna go for a double pin or something here. They're reaching down, gingerly covering him. Just the 2 count as the team of Sweet Scott Ashworth and Brickhouse Baker. Oh, they got him in for a go behind takedown. Just the 2 count. And the referee is sort of mixed up here.